Yeah, what's going on, guys? Seth Spartan here. Guys, I just wanted to make a quick disclaimer and point out to you guys that in this video, we're going to be talking about enhanced versus natural. We're going to be talking about all the pros and of talking about, anabolic steroids and different compounds and pros of being enhanced. In this video, we're not going to be talking about the cons. We're just going to focus on performance and the pros. Having said that, if you want to know about all of the negative side effects associated with anabolic steroids, which there are many, go and watch my video, why you should not use anabolic steroids. Guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy the video. But they have a second mechanism or method of building muscle. And nobody talks about this with the enhanced. What is it? I'm calling it this: androgen receptor site pounding. What is this? AR receptor site pounding. Let's take tricep pushdowns. You do set after set after set of tricep pushdowns, right? Well, if you do this as an enhanced athlete, what's going to happen? Tons of triceps. You do tons of different exercises, tons of whatever. Set after set after set, that muscle group is getting pounded and pounded and pounded and pounded by high doses of testosterone or anabolic steroids. And you're basically doing what? You're increasing muscle protein synthesis in that muscle group. If I did that tomorrow, what's going to happen? I am going to get this. Absolutely, I'm going to get this androgen receptor site pounding. Where if I go to the gym and I start smashing workout, especially high volume, I am going to make massive, and by the way, when I mean massive, I mean I'm going to make massive gains, all right? Yeah, what's going on, guys? Seth Spartan here, nutrition, training, and hormone expert and Prometheus Pro bodybuilder with Prometheus HRT, the world's best testosterone and hormone replacement clinic. Use my code SPARTAN to save on either testosterone or HGH replacement therapy or peptides or Anavar, Anadrol, and the list goes on as long as you qualify. Guys, without any further ado, this is you're being lied to enhanced versus natural training. Guys, this is not an Unleashed video, but it could be. I've been wanting to do this video for a while. Why? Because it is so incredibly important. Now, why am I doing this in the first place? Well, I think the title explains it all. You're being lied to enhanced versus natural training. There are so many people that claim and say, enhanced training is the same as natural training. It doesn't matter. You have to train the same way, do the same thing. Whether it's pro bodybuilders or people that are, in the fitness athletic world that are, I'm all natural. It's just a diet and training. This is my special training method and this is my diet. Whether it's fake natties, whether it's pro bodybuilders, it's everybody. All right. And I have not heard this really talked about much before at all. That's why we're going to be talking about it. So the thing is that really, again, for the third time, you're being lied to enhanced versus natural training. Enhanced versus natural training is different. And this is the big take-home message. And this is going to be the rant that we're going to be breaking down today. So let's go. Let's talk about natural training. First and foremost, number one, natural training. What do you have in a natural athlete? You have the normal or natural, I'm just going to call it normal. You have the normal hypertrophy process. What does this look like? This looks like going to the gym, hitting the weights, high volume, high intensity, time under tension, or a combination of those. And what's going to happen? After the weight training, the muscle fibers in the muscle you worked, whether it's biceps, triceps, whatever, the muscle fibers themselves, you go home, you eat, you rest, you recover. What happens? The muscle fibers over time are going to not only repair themselves, but grow back stronger. Your muscles are going to get bigger and stronger. You're going to hypertrophy and get those wonderful gains. All right, this is the normal or natural hypertrophy process for the natural individual. All right, so this looks like training hard, resting, sleeping, eating, all of that, and they grow back stronger. Now, here's the big catch. With an enhanced athlete, especially somebody who is taking orals pre-workout, or either taking orals pre-workout, testosterone pre-workout as suspension or no ester or whatever, or just is taking a large amount of anabolic steroids in general, this process is going to be very different. Now I'm going to let you guys in on the big secret. I'm going to let you in on the cheat sheet. Here we go. Now, you've been led to believe this whole time, by Cutler, the pros. Well, Cutler's actually talking about drugs now. What in the world is happening? I don't know. Anyways, but you've been led to believe that these big bodybuilders, all these people, whether they're fake natties or bodybuilders, you just got to copy their workout. They got to do the same thing. I'm going to tell you guys, plain and simple, guys, the workouts that those big pro bodybuilders are doing or the influencers are doing is not going to be the same workout that you're going to grow from and make the same gains. And why? Because they have an addition onto this natural hypertrophy process we're talking about now. With enhanced, we're done talking about natural training while it was fast. Now we're moving into the enhanced side. Somebody using lots of testosterone, anabolic steroids. This is what you need to know. With enhanced, and I'm just being blunt and open and honest with you guys. All right? Because I've done something similar to this too. I have a prescription for Anavar and other things. So I've taken that stuff pre-workout, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about this other method. Here we go. Now, with an enhanced athlete, the same as the natural athlete, the enhanced athlete is going to have the normal hypertrophy process as well. The only difference is that this is going to happen faster and more effective. But it's the same process. You go to the gym, you break down the tissue, and guess what? Repairs stronger, right? Same thing. But they have a second mechanism or method of building muscle. And nobody talks about this. With the enhanced, what is it? I'm calling it this. Androgen receptor site pounding. What is this? AR receptor site pounding. In the muscle tissue, in the skeletal muscle tissue, and in the brain and other tissues for that matter, you have androgen receptor sites, but especially in high concentration in muscle tissue. Especially namely the shoulders, back, and traps, right? What is androgen receptor site pounding? This refers to either taking oral steroids pre-workout or testosterone suspension or testosterone no ester, any short-acting anabolic steroid. You're either taking it pre-workout or this person is taking a lot in general. Just, has a lot in his system at any given time. What happens here is that the androgen receptor sites in that muscle, when you go to the gym, put it this way, if you're just walking around, you're just being a sedentary individual, yes, you're getting blood flow to your muscles, and you're going to get, you're getting some androgen receptor sites bound to. However, when you go to the gym and you're training hard, let's say I'm training biceps really hard, that blood flow increases dramatically, exponentially, okay? The body is forcing the blood in way more, much more, exponentially times more than it would be if you're sedentary and at rest. Now, what does this mean? With the natural athlete, this isn't going to be a big deal. Why? Because you don't have high levels of androgens in your bloodstream, whether it's testosterone, obviously testosterone is not super high in the bloodstream, nor anabolic steroids. Well, there is none if you're natural, right? However, with the enhanced individual, what happens? With the enhanced individual who's either taking, an oral steroid, Anavar, Anadrol, Winstrol, whatever, pre-workout, or if they're using a lot in general, what's going to be happening when they go to the gym and they're training biceps or chest or whatever, and they're doing set after set, they're doing all this pump work, right? What's going to be happening? That muscle group is getting absolutely pounded by the testosterone or whatever anabolic steroid they've taken either pre-workout or from whatever high dosing. So whatever muscle group you're training, if you're enhanced, it's absolutely getting pounded by working it in the first place. However, there's a catch. pro bodybuilders have realized that if they do more high volume work, most cases high volume, let's say let's say you're enhanced and you do set after set after set of, let's take tricep push downs. You do set after set after set of tricep push downs, right? Well, if you do this as an enhanced athlete, what's going to happen? Tons of triceps. You do tons of different exercises, tons of whatever. Set after set after set, that muscle group is getting pounded and pounded and pounded and pounded by high doses of testosterone or anabolic steroids. And you're basically doing what? You're increasing muscle protein synthesis in that muscle group. Now, for the natural athlete who's copying all these pro bodybuilders, they're doing set after set, tons of high volume, lots of pump work. Well, they only have the natural hypertrophy process to rely upon or count on. So what's going to be happening? They're not getting any additional gains like the enhanced athlete. Why? Both natural and enhanced athletes both have the normal hypertrophy process. You go to the gym, you put that muscle fiber under intensity, high volume, time under tension, whatever. What's going to happen? Your body's going to rebuild, grow back stronger. You both have that. However, with the enhanced athlete, since you have tons of these androgens in your system, and again, I've taken, I have a prescription for pharmaceutical grade Anavar. I've taken that pre-workout, and let me tell you, what happens is that when you do lots of sets, the more sets you do, the more you're pounding that muscle group full of whatever steroid you're taking it. If you take an oral steroid pre-workout, or even if somebody's taking grams of testosterone, what's happening is that when you go to the gym and you're hitting set after set after set, you're doing pump work. What's happening, essentially, you're pumping that muscle group full of whatever anabolic steroids in your system. And when a natural athlete is copying this, being natural, he's not getting that second mechanism of growth like the enhanced athlete is getting. All right, so you're at a huge, and by huge, I mean a huge loss here. And that's why, guys, if you notice, pro bodybuilders or athletes, fake natties, whatever it is, I'm just going to say the whole fitness industry. When people want to do all this high volume work, set after set after set, and they make no gains, and you don't have as good of genetics, or you don't have good genetics, or you just didn't do my nutrition plan, you didn't follow my training plan perfectly. But even though they're doing everything the same as these pros or these fake natties or the people in the fitness athletic world, they're not getting the same gains. Why? Because they don't have, again, this secondary route of growth, muscle growth, that the enhanced athlete, you have literally created a whole second category for muscle growth if you are enhanced. And I'm not telling you guys to go and use a bunch of anabolic steroids or to take stuff pre-workout, or I'm not telling you guys to do this. Because long term, the enhanced sword cuts both ways. Even if you go, right now I'm doing high dose TRT through my doctor, right? 250 milligrams testosterone cypionate per week puts me at or just over the top of the normal range. Now, this is gonna, I'm gonna get way bigger and stronger than if I was, natural, just because my testosterone level always stays peaked out. There's no dips. But the thing is that, in terms of enhanced, I am really not getting the second group. However, if I were to all of a sudden tomorrow say, I'm going to take 30 milligrams of either Anavar or Anadrol pre-workout, I'm going to crush it up, swallow it. If I did that tomorrow, what's going to happen? I am going to get this. Absolutely, I'm going to get this androgen receptor site pounding. Where if I go to the gym and I start smashing workout, especially high volume, I am going to make massive. And by the way, when I mean massive, I mean I'm going to make massive gains. All right, just because you're slamming that muscle group. Now the thing is, guys, is that whether you're natural or enhanced, you can still get great gains by, just training high intensity all out. That works well. Okay. Ronnie Coleman, Dorian Yates are, they've proved that point. However, if you're natural, I'm going to say this as many times as I need to, this is important. I want to make sure I cover everything. But if you're natural and you do all if you do pump sets, you stop short of failure, you're just doing set after set after set. You're natural, you're going to get some hypertrophy because you're still moving weight, but you'd be better off if you're natural. You'd be better off focusing on intensity, just hitting a few really hard sets and recovering. Why? Because your weight, you're not going to get as good gains doing all that pump work. But then the enhanced person has figured out that you will get way more gains doing a lot more pump work or volume work just because they have the second category. So here's the conclusion, guys. When talking about enhanced versus natural training, there is a difference. It's not, oh, you just train one way whether you're natural or enhanced. No, the people who are enhanced have figured out that if you do lots of volume, set after set after set, either, taking pre-workout orals or just high doses in general, they have figured out that, by doing high volume work, really what you're doing is you're slamming that muscle group full of whatever anabolic steroid you're taking. Guys, this is it. We've covered it. You're being lied to. Enhanced versus natural training. They are different. And guys, this is one of the reasons why you can copy your favorite pro bodybuilder's training split, his nutrition plan. And guess what? You're not going to get very good gains. You'd be better off doing, instead of his 20-set leg day, you'd be better off doing 3 hard sets of squats and leaving. Why? You don't have the second category. Guys, that's pretty much it. Seth Spartan, stay safe, stay healthy, and we are out of here.